Hello, Geminis. I hope you guys are well. A long time no see. It's just been a couple weeks. But yeah, I missed you guys. So I'm back here again. I had some issues with my cameras and my whole setup. So that is why I didn't do readings. Not because I didn't want to, because I couldn't. So anyway, I'm here now. So let's dive into your reading, my angels. As always, I do like to do a little sound bowl. So if you like it or not, then it's a good idea to skip or stay. So it's up to you what you want to do, but I'm just going to give this one little hit and we're going to do a little deep breath together. So let's start. All right, let's take a deep breath in and out. All right, and let's go. Okay, let's go. So first things first, as I hit that, I do get a little message for some, and I was hearing clear waters. So I mean, that to me kind of feels like you're able to see things more clearly now. Okay, specifically when it comes down to anger and emotions, right? Because water is emotions, and it just reminds me of the whole story or phrase where you can't see your reflection properly when the water is bubbling, which is again to do with anger. So you're starting to see things more clearly. But anyway, aside from all that, let's dive into your energies. Let's see what's going on for you guys for the week. Unfinished symphony. So that could make a bit of sense here for you guys, actually. Unfinished symphony is all about, again, a lack of closure, right? A lack of clarity over a situation that clearly needs to come to an end, right? Come to some completion. So this could of course be about all projects, okay, as well. So it's a good time to come back to it. You're able to see more clearly now, and especially in terms of maybe some past relationships, past friendships, or even just to do with a past situation. You can now close it out because you're able to see more clearly. So it's okay to revisit it because it's probably going to give you the answers that you need or the peace that you need in order to move forward. So that's an interesting one. All right, let's dive in a bit more. Let's see what else we got going on here. Okay, you got woman holding a coin. Really good opportunity coming up for you guys. Either this means if you are the woman holding a coin that you are getting better with your finances. You're showing up very resourceful. So really good in terms of work and money. But for those of you... Hold on one sec. Oh my goodness. Sorry, my boyfriend's parents came back to find something, and I get a bit camera shy. So yeah, let's just dive back into your spreads. As I was saying with the woman holding a coin, if this is you, then as I said, you're getting better with your resources. Now, this can also be a woman outside of yourself. It doesn't have to really be just a woman. It could be a feminine energy, regardless, staying true to the card. This could be someone giving you an opportunity, whether it be a financial opportunity, job opportunity, or both. Then that also could be coming your way. All right. So that's coming through for you. Let's get you one of these as well. I just get a bit camera shy when people are watching. So anyway, for my gorgeous Geminis. All right, insecurity. That's interesting. Isn't that funny? Because that kind of relates to what I was saying about being camera shy. Anyway, so it could relate to in some way. But we have insecurity coming through here. Of course, I'm going to dive a bit deeper into this. Maybe this is what you're able to see clearly now. You know, you're realizing that something is just an insecurity. Maybe that's what the clear waters represents. Either way, I trust that you'll be able to understand what this is. But I'm going to see what's going on in your tarot spread, which I'm doing something a bit different this week. So we'll dive a bit into what that insecurity might be that could be potentially blocking you, right? This is base chakra card. It's read for a reason because it's your base chakra, which is all about your identity, right? How you view the world and how you show up in the world. So for a lot of you, might be playing small in your lifetime because you're afraid of standing your ground, right? Everyone has a right to be here, okay, and to be themselves. So I feel like this is something that Spirit wants you to solidify, if I want to call it that. It's your base, it's your foundation. It's the foundation of who you are. And there are some insecurities there that are making you afraid of opening up. All right, but let's dive into 3 of these. There's some random messages. Wow. Okay, oh my God. Are we going to take that? Why not? So broken wishbone, which was very interesting because as it jumped on that, I don't think you saw it from my angle, but like all of the ash rose up as it did that. So it feels like something might be being burnt to, I don't know, to ash. Anyway, wish will not be granted. So there could be a situation that, again, does not end up as successful as you'd like it to be, but don't worry. We have Barrel. You feel like something's lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. This could be probably where you're feeling that insecurity, right? You have good news coming away. Awesome. You have younger man, so there could be a younger person here who could be important during this week. And Tiger, doing something risky, taking a chance. All right, got quite a few messages there. Let's dive into your tarot then. So we'll be able to see what exactly is going on for you. All right, Gemini. Let's have a little look and see. I'm going to get one card out as the overall theme for this week for you. Let's see. What's the overall theme for the Geminis? 8 of Wands. Well, that's awesome, actually. So even though we have this energy of a broken wish, something not working out, maybe having to leave something behind, for example, because it just isn't going to serve you the way that you'd like it to. 8 of Wands is all about obstacles are being lifted and life is moving rapidly. And it's the most amazing card because I always say in the right direction. This is all about things moving forward smoothly because you're now going where spirit wants you to go. So there's less resistance now, which is interesting. So trust that whatever has not worked out, whatever didn't work out or is not working out is for a reason. Okay. So yeah, 8 of Wands, that's gorgeous energy. It's one of my favorite cards. There could be a lot of opportunities coming away, as we said, a lot of good news, a lot of great communication, whatever it is, it feels awesome. All right, that's good. I might clarify that. No, I don't think we need to. All right, let's dive a bit deeper. 2, they want to point out there's a lot of goals that you guys are going to start actually achieving. So that's awesome. Make sure you get clear on your sense of direction though. Okay, let's look at you. How are you showing up during this week? 2 of Pentacles. You're juggling things, trying to balance things, trying to keep the peace I'm hearing as well. Okay, I see some good news coming away. That ship is coming away. So something that you're not expecting, good news that you're not expecting is finally arriving. I'm going to clarify that though for sure. What's the energy of the week? What's the energy of the week, please? So I feel like you have a choice of different things because they're just like highlighting something I never even noticed because his tights are completely different patterns. So I feel like you guys are having to make a choice of some kind. I don't know what the patterns would represent there, but it does feel like it's not being able to choose, not being able to make it. Yeah, that's how you're feeling during this week, not being able to make a choice. I'm going to figure that one out for you. But you're also going to be very busy, as I was saying. 2 of Pentacles is like a juggling act. So expect yourself to have a lot of, a lot of things you need to do, a lot of things you have to try to keep balanced here. I do feel like help is going to be on its way too. So someone's going to help or things are going to get easier. So that's awesome. 6 of Cups being your overall energy of the week as well does kind of highlight a bit of nostalgia. Maybe some sweet moments coming up, which is nice. Some great friendships coming up. Maybe it's to do with a soulmate you could be meeting. It just feels nice and sweet and like a childlike energy. So a lot of innocence coming through here. Maybe there is some significance around children. Again, it does feel nice. Maybe there's some good news. Maybe there's some sweet moments or some events going on here that feels quite nice. But it can also be about you reflecting on some sweet moments too. I'm going to figure out, but let's clarify so far. Why is the 2 of Pentacles in Gemini's energy? Why are they showing up as the 2 of Pentacles? Page of Cups tried to come through there, which was again about good news. What is this about? 4 of Swords reverse tells me that you have had a period of rest and now you're getting back into the game again. King of Cups, you've been able to balance your feelings. So it feels like you took some time out to recuperate, rebalance yourself. And now you're in the King of Cups position, which is again a lot about emotional maturity. So as I was saying in the beginning, the clear waters makes a lot of sense. You've been able to heal something or address some feelings, and now you're able to kind of stay sane during this week. So that feels really nice. And why is the 6 of Cups in the energy of the week? It's the 9 of Pentacles. That's interesting. Can I get one more? Energy of the week. I like this a lot. It feels like a lot to do with stability, right? 9 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Just feels like wealth, even if it's to do with like feeling rich inside, right? And it just feels like because you feel like maybe this is to do with family or again children or again sweet moments happening, that it just makes you feel very fulfilled at this time. So I feel like there's something that you're cherishing is the key word, I guess. Nine of Pentacles, your own self-sufficiency, right? Maybe your finances are looking good. Maybe you're able to find peace in your life, right? Maybe you're able to start seeing some results for your hard work. King of Pentacles, feeling more stable, more solid. Maybe there is someone who is familiar to you in some way that is also giving you an opportunity, right? King of Pentacles could be someone here giving you some finances or helping you out with something. But because this is all about your independence and the King of Pentacles, I just feel like you're feeling very stable. And you feel like things are moving very stably, moving forward, if that makes any sense. Okay, like that. We like to make up words over here. All right, let's then see how you're showing up in the near future. So after this week, how is Gemini showing up in the near future? Three of Pentacles. Again, that's really awesome. Look, Two of Pentacles, some sweet moments in between, and then we have the Three of Pentacles. So that's a leveling up. So that's awesome. Whatever you guys are doing at this time, you're going to start seeing some slow but steady growth. Okay, you're going one by one, one step at a time. So that feels, again, really nice. Three of Pentacles, planning, prepping. I see that you're building the foundations of something. Some of you, this usually comes up when, again, you're maybe going to the next level in terms of your career, or you're planning to expand something or to grow something, whatever it is it planning, prepping, thinking about your future and actually building the foundation before you fill it up, okay? So I like it. What else do I see with this? It's hard work, I guess. Like your hard work is paying off. You're making progress. So that's something that you're going to be seeing here. And I think you're going to be very happy about what you're going to be building. Let me just clarify that. And then we'll move forward. Three of Pentacles as Gemini in the near future. King of Wands. I like that. Okay, so I don't know if you guys are going on like some vacation, or that's like a sweet like little, again, as I said, like a little thing. If you're going to like a theme park or something, I just feel like a really sweet thing with family or with the people that you love. King of Wands being here, I just feel like something's going to refuel your fire, okay? Give you that strength again. Give you a bit of spark, maybe even some motivation to keep pursuing whatever it is that you guys are currently working on. Maybe you finally end up making a decision here, whatever it is. All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's carry on. Let's see in your recent past. Thank you. Empress, that's pregnancy. All right. Some of you may have had children lately. The Empress is also just all about fertility, love, compassion. Has been a lot of loving moments, especially with the Six of Cups, a lot to do with children and family, by the way. The Empress is a mother figure as well. So it could be something recently that's happened around that. Of course, I'm going to clarify. But the Empress is just a lot about knowing your worth, knowing your value, showing up as that, trusting in spirit, being able to choose comfort in life, which feels nice. The Sun. Yeah, it's a lot of happiness around this Empress. I feel like this is just showing me a lot of happy times. The Sun is the best card in the deck, right? It's like freedom and joy and happiness and a burst of light. Why is the Empress here? And the Chariot. Things have been moving forward, okay? The Chariot is about chasing your dreams and goals. So maybe a lot of you have been doing that, okay? And the Star is just showing a lot of success. So whatever path you guys have been embarking down as of lately, that has a lot to do with you working on something behind the scenes, right? Just even if it's not pregnancy, for sure, it's of course about nurturing something to life. So whatever that is to you, since you decided that you were going to do that in a recent past, there's been a lot of, these are major arcana cards. So it's a lot of major changes in your life and major events that are important for the rest of your life, right? So whatever you're doing, it's great. Whatever dreams that you guys are deciding to go down is great. All right. Chariot. Now, if I'm going to go based on these cards, some of you definitely could be going on a vacation, or again, have been on one, because I keep seeing that, or someone's mother is going on vacation, or someone's traveling to see someone, or vice versa, whatever it is. Anywho, let's see what else. What is going on in the challenge positions for Gemini at this time? What's going on there? 2 cards, please. Ten of Cups, so dealing with a little bit of mixed feelings, which makes sense. And challenge position, the initial I is important, and the 6 of Swords, again, another card of travel. Keep seeing that. So maybe it's time to move, or either way, Six of Swords about moving towards calmer waters. So that seems to be your challenge, is that you're in the journey and process, that things are not super stable, which is interesting because I feel like they are. I think that again is like maybe in terms of real wealth, like materialistic stuff, maybe you're still growing there. But because of the Six of Cups being so sweet for me, which I never really see as that, but I guess in this deck, it feels very sweet, feels like animals, feels like the innocence of life. I don't know. It just feels like that makes you feel rich inside. And I do feel like, again, that's helping you to actually achieve true wealth. But anyway, Six of Swords being a challenge, maybe there's a delay in some travel, maybe expect some of that. But again, sometimes it's just about the journey, and emotions can still be a little bit like, I'm hearing high tide. Close to shore. What does that mean? Why is the Six of Swords in a position of a challenge? Okay, interesting. Protecting your heart space. Both of these, like protecting your peace, and also Ace of Cups. Okay. I feel like you are, your challenge is really about something to do with love. And I don't feel specifically to do with relationships, because that Ace of Cups is in the upright. It looks good to me. I feel like some of you are moving away from old relationships again, where you felt like there was a lack there, wasn't good enough for you. Maybe there's some chaos or conflict. Six of Swords. I think you're moving towards a greater love for sure. Seven of Wands is usually a little bit of, how can I explain this? I'm seeing for those who are single specifically, that I feel like you're in a really good place within yourself. And I think you're preserving yourself for the right person for sure. Six of Swords. But that can be a bit tricky for you, because I feel like you still feel like you're not sure where it is, because you're still on the waters. You can't see land yet. So it's a little bit like, is there ever going to be land? Am I just going to always be out at sea? That's the kind of energy I'm picking up on. What else am I seeing with this? Some of you could be really good guitar players, so I think you should start playing guitar. If you felt called towards it, I'm seeing that. Don't ask me why, or anything that is to do with like pulling strings. I don't know, guys. Let me just be. If it resonates, let me know. The next thing I'm seeing with this Seven of Wands is again about sorry, I'm showing you like up here. I hope you can see. Seven of Wands is also a card of, despite how things look, a lot of challenges coming up, a lot of waves that you guys probably have to deal with whilst you're on this boat, all metaphors for moving towards land and during some unstable times that you're having to protect your peace. So I wonder if you're in a temporary situation still. I'm kind of seeing a situation, where maybe you're renting, but your dream is to own a home. And maybe you're dealing with some problems with the landlord. That's the kind of thing I'm seeing. Is like a temporary situation, and your stable goal is not out of reach. I'm not going to say that, but you can't see it just yet. But you will work towards it, and you're going to have a lot of happiness. And you can still have this Ace of Cups now, right? You just have to protect it from whoever might be, or whatever might be coming up against your bubble here, trying to pop it. Let yourself be in that bubble for sure. That's all about your peace. So if you live with someone, a lot of people ask me that in the comments, like, how can you find peace when you live with? Trust me, I've been there. I've been there. And the thing is, you have to create emotional distance. Like sometimes you can't create physical distance, even if you lock yourself in your room or whatever. Emotional distance is important, and that is not taking what people say or what they do to you. And sometimes it is a bit of like trying to mind your business a little bit, which again can be extremely difficult. I have been there. Unfortunately, but that is what helped me. So that's the only thing I can say here. And that's the same as like building that bubble, right? You need to just look after you and your heart and your love and what you bring, and not worry about other people, or whatever temporary situations there are, right? You are permanent, at least to yourself. Seven of Cups. Why is this a challenge? Death card and Again, Seven of Wands again in your challenge position. So I feel like something's tempting you. Hold on one sec. Okay. So something's tempting you. Seven of Cups again is about options. And maybe this is a good time to start making choices and decisions. Of course, not from uncertainty. When the water is clear, they want you to make decisions. But Seven of Wands in a Death card is definitely about some changes that are needed or necessary. I wonder if you're going through changes, and that's why things are a little bit unclear in that energy, or a bit uncertain for you. I'm going to have to see that again. Why is this a challenge? Ten of Swords. Interesting. And And this Four of Pentacles again, like kind of all of this is like really kind of protecting your energy. So what I'm seeing, I have to say for someone, what I'm seeing with this Ten of Swords jumping on top of that Six of Cups, this week is a little bit of that bliss, but the Ten of Swords seems to come in, and I'm kind of getting an energy of, again, a lot of you are cutting out past energies, or you're getting rid of anything that is ruining the tune, basically. I always see it as that with the piano there. You're removing things that just lack harmony or create confusion or create whatever. So I feel like the Death card and the Ten of Swords is about needing, your challenge is to probably start changing something in your life. Six of Cups, Ten of Swords. Because I feel like something's happy this week, but it might, end up going back to how things usually are. I don't know what that means to you. Needing to protect your energy. I don't know what that situation is about, but I can see that a little bit clearly. Or again, it could even be insecurities. 1 minute you're fine and you're feeling good, you're feeling confident, and the next you kind of go back to the beginning again. I don't know what that is. Let's figure it out. What is this Ten of Swords? What's this ending? Hierophant, Ace of Swords, contracts, commitments, relationships, but I don't know if I feel that so strongly. I don't feel like it's just that. I just feel like could be a workplace. Can I get a little bit better messages? Not better, sorry, Spirit, you're doing well, I'm not. So what needs to come to the end? The Hierophant. Certain beliefs, judgment, surrendering and letting something go for sure. Why? Hermit. The Hermit. That's a card of feeling alone or needing to spend some time alone. Some of you, if you're single, again, if I go back to that, a lot of you guys are deciding to leave the past in the past. Okay? The Hermit. So you can surrender a relationship or somebody so you can move forward. But I don't feel like that's strongly for everybody. So for the majority of people, the Hermit being here, I feel like this is you. You feel like something's lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. Like I said, there is a bliss happening during this week, some good news, whatever. But as I said, Ten of Swords and a Hermit, you keep coming back to this same place where maybe you still feel like something's lacking. So the Hermit being here definitely feels like there is, I don't know if it's a belief, because again, that Hierophant can be about beliefs, or there's something that you need to let go of for sure, or to gain clarity over. Hermit. Spend some time alone to really reflect on something here. So back to the Seven of Cups. So your challenge, I guess, is that something clearly needs to change, and you can see that. I think maybe you have been delaying it, or again, maybe you don't know what it is. But I do feel like this week things will get clearer. As I said, clearer waters. What's the advice that you have for Gemini then? Six of Wands. Now, remember when I said insecurity? They don't want you to do that, because Six of Wands is all about being in the spotlight, right? It's being rewarded, recognized for your skills, your talents, your abilities, putting yourself back out there, right? Tons of love for those. I feel like I'm picking up on some singles here who are reflecting on past, and maybe, someone, maybe you're grieving the loss of someone, and, you feel like you can't move forward, but, and that's been something that you've been in for a while. I don't know. Because Six of Cups, again, doesn't feel like bad memories for the majority of you. I just feel like, I don't know. Maybe you're scared to put yourself out there just in case it's not as good as something that happened. I don't know what it is. But sixes in the middle of the spread feels quite good. It's a lot about learning life lessons to me. That's how I read that number. Don't know why. Just showed up like that in life for me. So Six of Wands as advice, gaining recognition, feeling more confident about yourself, putting yourself in a spotlight, specifically to do with that Ace of Pentacles, money, rewards, recognition, a fresh start, a new solid foundation, long-term stability and opportunities. This is screaming for someone out there, go and get that promotion, right? Work towards it, right? If that resonates with you and you want to put yourself out there, something to do with jobs, and they're saying to go for it. It's time to start working towards it, because it is here for you. We've seen that quite a bit. Okay. All right. I'm going to dive a bit deeper into the Ace of Pentacles. What is this about? Seven of Pentacles, I guess, is something that requires a bit of work to grow. You're being given a seed that is yours. I'm seeing a project coming up. Someone wants to judge what you do, but not in a bad way. Again, it feels a little bit professional. I don't know what it is, but it feels a bit like proving yourself, but again, not in a bad way. Six of Wands says, yeah, you can do that. It's like trust in yourself. I'm seeing a little bit of a contest, but not, again, it doesn't feel bad. I don't know what I'm picking up in your reading. Either way, Ace of Pentacles, I just feel like Spirit's giving you a seed, or someone's giving you a seed, and they're saying, okay, do something with this. I want to see what you do with this. And I think you're going to make it something beautiful. You're going to really have an abundance at the end of this. I want to look at the Six of Wands. Why is this advice? Three of Cups, absolutely celebrating something. So that's what Spirit wants you to do. Celebrate yourself, your friendship. Some of you, I'm seeing a little bit like, I don't know what I'm seeing, Gemini, but I feel like you need to put yourself out there, and there will be some friends who are going to back you up. Like I'm seeing someone, again, doing a show or doing something new. I don't know if it's like a presentation or you're pitching an idea, but it feels like you have some people who are watching you who are very proud of you. Even if it's in spirit, right? You just feel like you have some supporters who really are going to show up for you. That's what I'm seeing. And I don't know what that is again. I'm just seeing it as that. Okay, so your advice is put yourself out there. You feel like some people are going to judge you. Remember, insecurity, but I see that you're going to find people who really do support you. Okay, that's what the Six of Wands is about. Okay, and near future. The Hermit, which is coming back up again. Okay, well, we're going to have to clarify because you saw me struggling with that already. Why is the Hermit here in the near future for Gemini? The Chariot. I think it's more about deciding where to go. Like the Chariot, again, can be movement, could be travel, but it is really about being determined towards chasing a goal, right? And I feel like some of you might need to find your purpose, not in a bad way, but it feels like you need direction. That's the main word that I want to say. Like you need direction because things are starting to lift for you now, which is great. And Spirit wants you to be going a certain direction for sure. So follow where things feel less resistant, because that feels like that's where you're being guided to go. So the Chariot and the Hermit. One more for this. Eight of Cups. Interesting how it's come up in this circle here. Eight of Cups is about walking away from things that just don't serve you. So again, as I was saying, that something feels like it's giving you a bit of a high and then it comes down again, which is usually what happens for whatever reason in whatever area this is. I don't know if it's work or how you feel towards something. It's like, okay, let's try to fix this, and it gets good and then it goes back to the same again. Eight of Cups tells me you're having to understand that, okay, it's time to walk away from something or to change direction. Like I said, the Chariot wants you to go in a specific direction, and a Hermit, it's time to reflect on that. So in your near future, the Hermit and Chariot tells me that you are going to be looking at new directions, spending some time alone to really kind of find yourself and find where your path is guiding you. And I kind of like that. It does mean that you'll be walking away from things that just don't serve you, or things that aren't fulfilling for you, and you're deciding that you want big things in life in a good way, right? I always say this is the sun. This is like a small little flame, a little glimpse of hope, but sometimes we keep on to that and forget that there's real hope and real good things out there for us. So I feel like you're kind of moving towards bigger things. Let's look at love. What's going on for love for Geminis? It's time. Three of Wands, I believe. So I feel like you're making a decision in love. I don't know if that's movement, because I always, in this particular, Two of Swords. Sorry, I just get so happy when they confirm what I'm saying here. And that Chariot, I didn't show you that, but as I put this card down, this one flipped up just to kind of reveal the Chariot again. So yeah, there's movement happening in love. Like you guys can be relocating or deciding to relocate. It does feel like a decision, one that you have to trust your intuition over, or you're being left with no decision but to make a decision. Either way, Three of Wands, it feels like you've made your decision, these Two of Wands, of which path you want to go in or you're going to. And there's expansion here. I do see movement for sure. So maybe you could be moving abroad, or there's just a bit of long distance here. Definitely some travel involved, Okay, Three of Wands. Now, some of you could be waiting for love to come in. If that's the case, I do see that that's happening for you. One more for that. As I said, I feel like you're starting to put yourself out there for those who are single. I like it. I like it a lot. One more for this. Two of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Two of Wands, like I was saying. Love that for you. I love that. Oh my God. If you're, regardless if you're in a relationship or you're single and you're about to be, because I am picking up on that very strongly. Some of you are going to be in relationships, or if you are or not, it doesn't matter. You're going to be. This is a beautiful partnership, long-term partnership for sure, right? The Knight of Pentacles, this could have been long distance, right? And it feels like you're coming together. Like I'm seeing this coming together to walk life together. It feels so beautiful. Anyway, Knight of Pentacles, Two of Cups, love that. Again, there is movement here with the Knight of Pentacles, slow movement. Maybe you guys are saving up for it. I don't know, but it just feels really good for that. There is slow movement, steady movement, but it's long-term happiness for a couple. So I like that a lot. Okay, next is career and finances. Let's see what's going on there for you. The Star. I'm just going to cover that. She's naked. Don't want to be bent. So, okay, the Star. Wish fulfillment. And also spotlight. Some of you are supposed to be in a spotlight. Don't know what they mean by that, but I keep seeing stages. I don't know what that means for you, but it definitely feels like you need to go up some levels, right? Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Some of you are meant to be managers, or you're meant to be leaders in some way. So whatever may be scary for you because you don't want to be seen, stop doing that, Gemini, because Spirit is really against that right now. Let me just put it off to the distance whilst I shuffle the clarifiers for that. The Star is also about hope as well. So there's a lot of hope in this area, and what you give back to others comes back to you. So just remember that. The Star. Why is this in the area of career and finances? Is also kind of wish fulfillment. So yeah. Yep. 10 of Cups. The Four of Wands. So yeah, there is wish fulfillment. The Four of Wands is all about reaching your goals. 10 of Cups is also about celebrating with people as well, or just happy times. So I love that for you. Love it. And any specific messages for someone out there? Anything specific? Ace of Wands. Well, there's a passionate new beginning coming up for somebody in particular. For this to come up with Ace of Wands, this could definitely be in regards to a new beginning, like a child. Could very well be. Ace of Wands as something specific. Like I'm gonna just trying to move away from a specific topic, but it does feel like a very passionate lover coming away, or a lot of passion coming up in a romantic connection, or to do with your soulmate. So expect some sort of event. As I was saying, I feel like I've already said it with the Six of Cups, to be honest. It makes a lot of sense. Like maybe there's a concert you're going to go to or be surprised with, or I don't know, it just feels like a lot of more fun and more passion being brought into your life. Let's clarify. Ace of Wands. Three of Pentacles. Oh, so this is definitely to do with a great idea that ends up being fulfilled, is what I'm seeing it as, is grounded and actually worked on. So I feel like some of you, if you have like a business idea that you feel like, oh, this is like a millionaire idea, do something about it. I feel like this is something that you're going to be working on. Whatever this is, there's an idea that they want you to pursue because it's going to be very profitable. And also I see that there will be people who are going to help you out here to make this come to life. Okay. I'm seeing the needle and thread. Could be like something artistic, right? It's creative with the Ace of Wands. Anywho, so maybe it's time to build a side hustle, or it's time to get started or cracking on an idea, or it's time to build something. That's basically what they're saying here. Okay? That's what I have for you. I've been yapping again for half an hour. These readings have been long today. Can't help myself. But I hope it's resonated with you in some way, helped you in some way, given you some peace of mind, I hope. Whatever it's done, let me know in the comments. And however it resonates, let me know in the comments. I love doing these readings for you, as you probably know already. So if you enjoy it, then please support me by just watching the videos, I guess, or you're already doing number one, but liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing with people around you helps me a ton in my life and in my career. So thank you. And yeah, I send you guys my love. I wish you guys all the best, and I will see you guys next time, Gemini.